Yeah, I'm an old guy. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Woody.
Where's Joe on vacation?
He's down in Atlantic City for the NJWEA conference.
That sounds exciting.
I think he's there today and tomorrow.
Right, cooking food.
It's a nice pickup right there.
Riveting, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's pretty cheap. I'd rather listen to like a CFO song.
Right?
Oh, yeah, one of those.
I can't see that. See that.
Sounds like a good day.
He's skinny. I see.
No comment.
Right. Usually Nola does that too.
You ready, Lisa? Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the workshop business meeting of the Mayor and the Township Committee of the Township of Winslow. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the opening prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty eternal God, we pause at the beginning of this meeting to acknowledge thy mercies to both as individuals and to nation. We pray that thou would guide us in this township meeting this night to the end, that all is discussed and acted upon will make our township an area with goodness, human kindness, truth, and justice of both part of our business and personal lives. Amen.
Ms. Doherty, may I have the roll call, please?
Yes, ma'am. Committee Member Rowley,
Present.
Flamini,
Here.
Leakis,
Present.
Lee,
Here.
Leverett,
Here.
Peoples,
Here.
Watkins,
Here.
Wilson,
Here.
Mayor Lawrence.
Here. Other officials present are Joseph Gallagher, Township Administrator, Steve Dringas, Chief Financial Officer, Lisa L. Doherty, Municipal Clerk, Stuart Platt, Township Solicitor, Tim Bogine, Acting Municipal Engineer, Sidney Aratola, Municipal Utilities Engineer, Police Chief Don Lemons, Robert Stamelski, Emergency Management Coordinator, Sam Martello, Director, Department of Public Works, Chief Mark Rigberg, Winslow Township Fire Department, Deputy Chief Silcott, Winslow Township Fire Department, West Act Code 12, Woody Cuffey, Retired Code Enforcement Officer. This meeting is being conducted in full compliance of the Open Public Meetings Law, and notices were sent to the Courier Post, the Hamilton Gazette, and other news media. In addition, the notice was provided on the official bulletin board. This meeting is being electronically recorded. Please be aware, in the event of an emergency, all persons in the courtroom should exit the courtroom quickly and orderly using the two main doors in the courtroom, and then locate the nearest exit to safety. In addition, all cell phones shall be turned off or placed on vibrate during the township meeting. Please be aware, governing body meetings for 2026 are held the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month, with the exception of July, August, and December being the third Tuesday of the month, and November being the second Tuesday of the month. All residents are encouraged to attend all meetings. We'll now have our announcements. Committeeman Flamini, would you please read the first announcement?
Yes, Mayor. Winslow Township proclaims mandatory restrictions on the use of water for certain purposes. Even-numbered addresses can water on even-numbered days, and odd-numbered addresses on odd-numbered days. Water usage is restricted to 5 to 7 a.m. and 7 to 9 p.m., and outside water usage is prohibited on the 31st day of the month. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeewoman Leverett, would you read announcement 2?
Yes, Mayor. South Jersey Transportation Authority is hosting a virtual public meeting regarding the Atlantic City Expressway third lane widening project. The project will provide operational and safety improvements for future travelers while aiming to minimize environmental right-of-way and structural impacts. The virtual meeting and public comment period will be available and live on Monday, May 11th, and end on Friday, May 22nd, 2026. Please visit https://www.acewidening.com for more information regarding this project. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeeman Wilson, would you read announcement 3?
Yes, Mayor. The 2026 spring leaf collection schedule continues as follows. Round 2, Ward 2 is May 11th through May 15th. Ward 3 is May 18th through May 22nd. And Ward 4 is May 25th through May 29th. Leaves must be at curbside on Monday of your scheduled week for guaranteed collection. Leaves must be free from all other yard debris, including sticks, twigs, acorns, and trash. Also, please do not park any vehicles in front of or too close to the leaves during your week, or they will not be picked up. For more information, contact the Department of Public Works at 609-567-0700, option 2, or visit our website at www.winslowtownship.com. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, Committeeman Watkins, would you read announcement 4?
Yes, Mayor. Winslow Township announces that all general offices will be closed Monday, May 25th, 2026, in observance of Memorial Day. Curbside trash and recycling materials normally picked up on Monday, May 25th, will be picked up on Tuesday, May 26th, and will continue to be picked up one day late until Saturday, May 30th. Your cooperation is sincerely appreciated. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Peoples, would you read announcement 5?
Yes, Mayor. Winslow Township announces a Memorial Day service will be held at the Municipal Complex War Memorial on Monday, May 25th, 2026, at 10 a.m. Please join Winslow Township officials and veterans to honor those who serve. A solemn ceremony dedicated to our fallen heroes. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeeman Glickers, would you please read announcement 6?
Yes, Mayor. Windsor Township's Environmental Commission is hosting a Green Fair shredding event on Saturday, May 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Windsor Township Municipal Complex. Join us for a day of learning, activities, and of course the shredder trucks. Residents only, no businesses, please. Rain or shine, this event will be happening. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeewoman Lee, would you read announcement 7?
Yes, Mayor. The Motor Vehicle Commission mobile van will be returning to the Winslow Township Municipal Complex on May 28th, 2026, from 9 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. Real IDs, standard driver's license, registration, placards, and more. Appointments are required for most transactions. To register, you can go to https://telegov.njportal.com/NJM Motor Vehicle Mobile Unit. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. I just have a couple things. The township newsletter was sent out last month with lots of information from each department. If you did not receive a copy, you can access it on My Winslow app or pick up a hard copy at the tax collections or clerk's office windows. I had the honor of completing 5 honorary renaming ceremonies last week for a resident in Sicklerville and 4 in West Atco. This included 2 township parks, West Atco 1 and West Atco 2. It was wonderful to see so many family members and their supportive neighbors come out for this event. The Township Memorial Day event is coming up quickly on Monday, May 25th at 10 a.m. right here at the War Memorial by the Police Department. I encourage everyone to attend so that we're able to recognize those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Tonight, we have a resolution thanking the public service employees for all they do. I also want to note that this week, April 27th, was National Firefighter Week. This week is also National Police Week. Thank you. And next week is National EMS Week. I would like to personally thank all of those who serve as first responders, both paid staff and our dedicated volunteers. We have the best of the best, and we appreciate all that you do. Thank you. Every day, let's see. Oh, last week, I actually attended Nurses Day for Nurses Week over at Ancor Hospital. And the nurses over there provide more than medical care. They provide compassion, patience, dignity, and hope for individuals who are often facing some of the most difficult moments in their lives. In the field of mental health especially, their work requires extraordinary strength, empathy, and heart, and I thank them all for putting their time in with us. Lastly, I'd like to note that this time of the year, we have a lot of our local farmers and their employees out on the roads with their equipment and machinery as they get the crops ready for the busy spring and summer season. Please be patient when driving and leave plenty of space between you and the equipment to allow everyone to get home safely. Thank you. We have the minutes from the April 14th workshop business meeting and the April 28th general meeting. They've been distributed and are subject to approval. May I have a motion? to
Motion,
approve?
Committeeman Watkins.
Second, Committeeman Wilson.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have a proclamation, Mother's Grief Awareness Month, that will be read by Committeewoman Leverett.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas motherhood is one of the most profound and sacred roles a woman can hold, and the bond between a mother and her child begins long before birth and continues throughout her lifetime. And whereas when a child passes away, whether during pregnancy, infancy, childhood, or adulthood, a mother carries an immeasurable grief that endures for a lifetime. And whereas while every parent grieves the loss of a child, mothers bear a unique emotional, physical, and mental toll, often experiencing silent struggles with depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, and isolation. Whereas many mothers who have lost children suffer in silence, especially women of color who face cultural and systemic barriers to grief acknowledgement, mental health care, and community support. And whereas it is vital to recognize, honor, and support mothers who endure this unimaginable loss, and to ensure that they have access to resources, community, and compassion. And whereas designating May as Mother's Grief Awareness Month provides an opportunity to raise awareness, break the silence, educate communities, promote maternal mental health, and offer solidarity to grieving mothers everywhere. And whereas this observance aligns with the month of Mother's Day, ensuring that no mother feels forgotten, invisible, or excluded on a day that may otherwise deepen her pain. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Township Committee of the Township of Winslow do hereby proclaim May as Mother's Grief Awareness Month in Winslow Township, Camden County, New Jersey, and encourages all citizens, organizations, and institutions to support grieving mothers through compassion, advocacy, and action, ensuring no mother grieves alone. Proclaim this 12th day of May, 2026. Marie D. Lawrence, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you.
I must add, I have two dear friends who both lost their sons last month, and it was really a traumatic experience. So thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. A list of claims has been submitted by Treasury for approval, and individual vouchers are available for review. May I have a motion to approve? the
Motion to
claims?
approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have a second reading of an ordinance of the Township of Winslow, County of Camden, and State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 276, Article 8 of the Code of the Township of Winslow entitled Speed Limits, reducing speed limit on New Brooklyn Ariel Road. I will now open the hearing to the public. Is there anyone who wishes to address the governing body regarding this ordinance? Hearing none and seeing none, I will now close the hearing to the public. May I have a motion to adopt? this
Motion to
ordinance?
adopt.
Second, Committeeman Gleekus.
May I have a roll call, please?
Committeeman Borelli?
Yes.
Flamini?
Yes.
Gleekus?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Leverett?
Yes.
Peoples?
Yes.
Watkins?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Mayor Lawrence?
Yes. We have 17 resolutions. Are there any that any governing body wishes to withhold from? the
Yes,
adoption
Mayor.
vote?
1, 2, 5,
1 second, 1, 2,
5, and 10.
Mayor, could I have 4, 6, and 7?
hold it. 4,
I'd also like to add 3, 8, and 10.
Quick, to make it easier, can we just pull all 17 resolutions?
No, we still have a few left. We'll stay with protocol.
Can I would like to pull all resolutions.
Okay, you want to play games tonight. First resolution is a resolution recognizing May as National ALS Month. May I get a motion to
Motion.
approve?
Second.
Get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution number 2, resolution recognizing May as National Mental Health Month. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion, Committeeman Watkins.
Yeah,
Second, Committeeman Gleekus.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution recognized May as National Physical Fitness and Sports Month. May I get a motion to
Motion,
approve?
Committeeman Watkins.
Second, Committeeman Gleekus.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution authorizing the Township of Winslow to enter into an execute a shared services agreement with the County of Camden for access to the county-wide records and information management system. May I get a motion? to
Motion,
approve?
Committeeman Watkins.
Second.
All those in
May we
favor?
please have a explanation for the residents on this one, please?
Okay. What's the explanation?
Yes, for the, what we do is for the county, we enter a shared services agreement for the clerk's office oversees all the records, and what it does is it scans them all in to have easy access for throughout. We've had it for, I don't know. Yeah, and that other system was failing, so this replaces that one.
This is replacing, correct? Yeah. Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Resolution appointing Michael Parker, Senior Class 2 Special Law Enforcement Officer to the Winslow Township Police Department.
Motion, Committeeman
Second.
Watkins.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 6, resolution authorizing a grant submission to the Camden County Open Space Farmland Recreation and Historic Preservation Trust Fund for the purchase of a tot lot at Frank Donio Memorial Park. May I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second. All those in
Can
favor?
we have a quick review of the amount?
For the, which one, you want the tot lot for the, it's a grant application for the 25,000, and you'll see the next resolution as well, the same, another 25,000 for rubber mulch for our parks, to show that we continuously do improvement in all of our parks.
We're going to stick with the rubber mulch.
Yes.
It's more affordable, is that accurate? The rubber?
It is safer and it lasts longer, yes.
Okay, thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution number 7, authorizing a grant submission to the Camden County Open Space Farmland Recreation and Historic Preservation Trust Fund for the installation of a new tot lot at Frank Donio Memorial Park. Can I get a motion to
Motion.
approve?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 8, authorizing the receipt of bids for Well 7 high-service pump upgrades. May I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution placing a lien on various properties for grass cutting liens. May I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution of appreciation for Public Service Recognition Week.
Motion, Committeeman Watkins.
Second, Committeeman Gleekus.
All those in favor?
May I request we read this resolution, Mayor? Would you like me to, or would you, Mayor?
I didn't,
I'm sorry, I didn't
what
understand
did
you.
you say?
I said, I would like to request that we read this resolution.
I don't have it here with me.
If you
Lisa,
want,
are you able to access that on your?
I can read if you want. I just,
No, I don't. Are you able to access it, Lisa? Yes. Please read it.
thank you.
What number is that? You got it? Resolution Appreciation for Public Service Recognition. Whereas Public Service Recognition Week, PSRW, is celebrated the first full week of May to honor employees of the federal, state, county, and local governments and unified services. The men and women who serve in government ensure the safety, health, and well-being of our community, including educators, first responders, public health professionals, and sanitation workers. Whereas public servants provide essential services that are vital to the health, safety, and prosperity of our community, often going above and beyond their required duties. Whereas these employees are dedicated to upholding the highest standards of integrity, professionalism, and accountability in their work. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Township Committee of Township of Winslow, does hereby proclaim the week of May 3rd, 2026 to May 9th, 2026 as Public Service Recognition Week, and urges all citizens to join and recognize the tremendous contribution to our public service. Adopted today, May 12th, 2026. Marie Lawrence, Mayor. Lisa Doherty, Municipal Clerk.
Thank you.
May I get a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second, Committeeman
All those in
Roy.
favor?
Aye.
Resolution 11, resolution of award of a contract for supply and delivery of public water system chemicals. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 12, authorizing cancellation of tax levy. Can I get a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 13, another cancellation of a tax levy. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution authorizing reimbursement.
I'll second it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Resolution authorizing reimbursement of excess real estate taxes and/or utility charges paid. Motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution authorizing award of a contract for the purchase of one Kubota MX 5400 HST four-wheel drive tractor and through Educational Services Commission of New Jersey Co-op. Can I get a motion to approve?
Commitment Watkins.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
16, resolution authorizing the administrator to hire 5 full-time compactor truck drivers for the Department of Public Works. Can I get a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Can we have a brief review of this for the residents? An explanation, please, and/or summarization, please?
Yeah, that's to hire up to 5 compact truck drivers who would be driving the trash trucks at 31.80 something an hour.
So this is specifically for the trash situation.
That's correct. For those who did not want to drive from Public Works, we would supplement that and hire additionals, up to 5.
Do we have any current ones?
We do. We have like 6 drivers from Public Works right
So
now.
we currently have 6 that will do it, and
Yes.
this is up to 5?
Yeah, so if one more, which is pending, we could hire 4.
So we're anticipating a max of 11? 11 for the vehicles to operate them?
Correct.
Do we have any information on possible additional mechanics to work on the vehicle?
We have the current mechanics that can do hydraulics as well as mechanics. In the future, if we need a diesel mechanic, we will hire one in the future. Yes.
Are we looking at possibly only one more possible diesel mechanic, or 2, or just,
Right now, we have enough mechanics right now, yes.
okay. Thank you.
All in favor? Aye. Resolution rejecting all bids for the collection of solid waste and recyclables, 2026 to 2030. Can I get a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Could we have a brief review of the rejected bids for us, please?
Yes, that was the trash recycling solid waste collection bids that we did reject because they were too high of a cost. Hence, therefore, going to private, doing it ourselves.
There's a total of 3 bids, is that accurate? 3 bids we received?
No, we had several bids. It's not more than 3.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We'll now get to the Director's Report, Community Services, Director Peoples.
Yes, Mayor, we had a total of 183 permits processed and 203 certificates, with them all being approved. That's all.
Public Works, Director Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, Mr. Martell and his staff and workers extremely hard, as always. They've replaced collapsed drain pipe across Village Drive and repaired the inlets on each end of the pipe. They've patched potholes on the township roads. They're fabricating and installing honorary street signs at several locations. They're collecting leaves for spring leaf season. They repaired a sinkhole on 2nd Avenue, repaired the corresponding inlet. They've conducted cleanups along Cross Keys Road and Williamstown Road. That's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Parks, Recreation, and Community Events, Director Watkins.
Yes, Mayor. The construction of pickleball courts at Illy's Park is underway. New benches installed at Alberta Green Park and basketball court. New parking signs installed at Walter Johnson and Alberta Green Park. A memorial plaque was installed for Damian Covington at Walter Johnson Park. Trash and litter collection was at all parks. We have summer events, vendors are needed. Winslow Township is looking for vendors to participate in upcoming summer events. If you're interested in participating in Juneteenth, Family Day, 4th of July fireworks, celebrations, please contact the Board of Health Department, 609-567-0700, extension 8008. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Department of Municipal Utilities, Director Famini.
Thank you, Mayor. Our report for the month of April. The director's report, utility requests were 804. Utility work orders issued were 60, and the utility shut-off program is in progress. We ask you to pay your bills if you're in arrears, so we don't have to shut off your water. That's all I had, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Administration, Mr. Gallagher.
Yeah, so we have a whole host of events going on. Certainly the budget, working with Mr. Dringus and all of our department heads, getting that prepared. Hopefully, we'll be able to have an introduction and an adoption in the upcoming weeks, and we'll be able to prepare all of that as well. All the projects you hear from the utilities is Public Works and Code Enforcement and Animal Control. We've been certainly been very busy in those areas as well, and we'll continue that as these projects come through. We had some pre-con meetings this week, and we're looking at maybe doing another events coming up. I know we were talking to some volunteers who wanted to do a 5K race. We're looking into that in the future if we can do that as well. So we got a lot going on, and we'll stay very busy. So thanks for all your help.
Tax Assessing Director Leverett.
Yes, Mayor. Beginning with the 2028 farmland applications, the state will be transitioning to an online application only. Camden County has been chosen as a test county for the 2027 applications. All farmland owners are encouraged to file their 2027 applications online. The 2027 farmland applications will be mailed out no later than July 1st, 2026. Completed applications must be submitted by August 1st, 2026. More information will be included with the mailing of the 2027 applications. The Camden County Clerk's Office Property Alert Service. This is very important. Property and mortgage fraud is a rapidly growing crime in the United States. It occurs when individuals use forged documents or impersonation to falsely claim ownership of a property. These scammers may attempt to sell the property, transfer the deed, or take out loans against the property without the real owner's knowledge. In some cases, property fraud may not be discovered for years. To help, Camden County has set up a free notification service called Property Alert Service. The link is quite long, but you must use this link to register. https://www.camdencounty.com/Camden-County Clerk's Office Property Alert Service. If anybody needs to use this, please see me at the conclusion of the meeting. Thank you. Representatives from the Assessor's Office over the next several months till the end of September will be inspecting properties in preparation of the annual added assessment list to be filed on October 1st. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Senior Citizens, Committeewoman Leverett.
Yes, we have 370 members. They all seem to be in attendance at this month's meeting. They had a lovely luncheon. We are awaiting final completion of the bathrooms. They are requesting additional paper products for the use of members at the porta potty. So if you could deliver extra paper products, we would be greatly appreciative. Thank you. That's it.
Okay, Public Safety Director Wilson asked the Police Department and Code Enforcement, and when he's finished, the Winslow Township Fire Department.
Thank you, Mayor. The Winslow Township Police Department participated in the 27th Annual National Take Back Initiative, which took place on April 25th, 2026. The National Prescription Drug Take Back Day provides a safe, convenient, and responsible means of disposing of prescription drugs while also educating the general public about the potential for abuse of all medications. During this operation, 264 pounds of medication was turned over to the DEA by the Winslow Township Police Department. Thank you to all township residents who participated. May is Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month. The U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, as well as the Winslow Township Police Department, is urging vehicle drivers and motorists to remember that motorcyclist safety is everyone's safety. Ultimately, safe driving and riding practices and cooperation from all road users will help reduce the number of fatalities and injuries on our nation's highways. The public is respectfully reminded to ensure that all vehicles are securely locked and that personal belongings are removed or kept out of plain view when parking. A significant number of vehicle-related incidents occur as crimes of opportunity. Taking the simple precaution greatly aids in the prevention of theft and other unlawful activity. Your cooperation is appreciated and contributes to the continued safety and security of our community. Additionally, I have one other item, Mayor. I know that there have been some questions in the past couple of meetings about the traffic patterns over at School 4 at the pickup and drop-off times. The chief had our Highway Traffic Safety Unit go over, conduct an investigation. Officer Thrower made some recommendations. I know Officer Farron's also reached out to school administration. They're working on some solutions about possibly having the parents pick up at the back of the building as opposed to the front, and the buses remain in the front. We're not really sure if we're going to be able to implement that before the end of the school year, but it's an ongoing conversation. We'll definitely keep you advised. That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Chief Rigbird, Fire District.
Code Enforcement,
Oh, wait a
Winslow
minute,
Township.
he's got-
I'm sorry.
ahead.
The Winslow Township Code Enforcement Department focuses on neighborhood preservation. The main goal of the code enforcement program is to bring the attention of residential and business owners to any code violations that could have a negative impact on their property, the neighborhood, and the community. Code enforcement is implemented on a complaint-driven basis through routine and proactive enforcement of municipal ordinances. Some violations include trash, debris accumulated on property, property maintenance violations such as high grass and stagnant water accumulation. As a reminder to all residents, property owners are reminded not to park on the lawn. All parking must be done on approved surfaces. Code Enforcement Department will be coordinating with our Public Works Department to maintain high grass and weeds at all unoccupied properties. The Animal Control Department provides many animal-related services to residents of Winslow Township. The primary objective is public health and safety, as well as the safe and humane care of animals within the township. Winslow Township Animal Control Officers are outfitted with tablets that enable them to immediately locate where the lost pet is licensed within the township and if the animal is microchipped. Animal Control Officers will also investigate any report of animal bite and report it to Camden County Health Department. Animal Control will respond to any complaints of dogs running at large, confined animals, nuisance animals, and animal cruelty. Also, as a reminder to all residents, no person shall own or keep or harbor any cat over 6 months of age within the Township of Winslow unless such cat is vaccinated and licensed. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Chief.
Mayor, Deputy Mayor, Township Committee, thanks for having me again. Just a couple of reminders on fire department activity. We're in the process of closing out 2 significant grants that we were awarded. They equal about $1.1 million and went to personal protective equipment, mission critical equipment, and training equipment, and that'll carry us through for a good many years. We're always looking for alternative funding. Unfortunately, at the federal level, they're starting to dry up a little bit, and we'll continue searching for what we can with that. We do want to remind the residents that we're getting into the brush wildland urban interface time period, and to watch dead vegetation around their house, clear their properties of combustible materials, smoking materials, have an extinguishing agent if you're using a screened fire pit outdoors, and if you see smoke or something from the woods or an unusual area or anywhere practically, make sure you do call 911. Don't assume somebody else has already called 911. Give us an opportunity to get there as quick as possible early into an incident. We also remind the residents to make sure their addresses are properly marked so emergency services can see your address from the roadway. Even though we use modern devices for mapping, we still like to see that address out there to help us identify the structure. We are going to have a open house on Monday, the 15th of June, for the community at our headquarters in Cedar Brook. We will have a flyer go out. It's going to be about 6:30 to 9 o'clock at night. So we invite everybody from the community to come and join us that night. Some snacks, some displays of our equipment, our mission, maybe we can obtain some new volunteer firefighters that evening as well. Normally, those events are free. There is a cost of admission this time. We're asking for 2 cans or some kind of perishable food that'll support the local food banks when people come to that. And again, we will be putting a flyer out to the community and sharing that on various social media sites and our website. And that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Revenue and Finance, that's me. We will be hosting a PAS-1 filing event here in the courtroom on August the 6th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with representatives from the State of New Jersey Taxation Outreach Team. This will be a great opportunity for residents to receive assistance with completing the application and getting answers to any questions they may have pertaining to their PAS-1 application. No appointment is necessary, and that's the blue book I'm talking about. We anticipate receiving the 2026 tax rate sometime in late July. Once it is certified, we will process and mail all bills out as soon as possible. There is generally an extended grace period for the August quarter. Any extension grant will be noted on the bill. The 2026 tax sale has been tentatively scheduled for Thursday, October the 8th, 2026 at 10 a.m. in the courtroom. The tax sale will include any 2025 or prior delinquencies for property tax, Winslow Township utility charges, or other township miscellaneous charges, CCMUA and Waterford Township MUA charges. Thank you. Veterans?
Yes,
Name
Mayor.
and Peoples?
On Saturday, June 27th, the VFW 303 in Sicklerville will be having a fundraiser for their parking lot resurfacing. If you've ever been over there, it is pretty wonky out there in the tree line. Cars can probably go over the edge. And if you can come out and support, come out and support. If you need the flyer or any information between now and then, you can see me after the meeting. I'll share it with you. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you. Library Functions, Director Glickis.
Yes, Mayor. The Camden County Library System is proud to offer a personal care pantry, a discreet and compassionate service that provides free essential hygiene and personal care items to residents in need. Available at each branch, the pantries offer a variety of basic necessities, including socks, shampoo, soap, deodorant, and other personal care products. Are you a member of a book club or interested in starting one? Check out the book club in a bag that includes everything you need, including multiple copies of the book, and is available for 8 weeks at a time. To request a book club bag, please visit any branch location or visit the library website at camdencountylibrary.org to select a title. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Liaison to Division of Health, Director Lee.
Yes, Mayor. Results from our April events. Gas and Electric Assistance Program, there were 100 of people that attended the 4-hour program and received financial assistance with their gas and electric bills. The Job Fair Expungement Seminar, over 90 job seekers attended the 2-hour job fair and were able to have on-site interviews with employers. 38 people attended the 1-hour expungement seminar, which went over because the demand was greater than what we originally had signed up. Attendees were informed on how the expungement process works. For more information about these events, please contact the Winslow Township Board of Health at 609-567-0700, extension 8008. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Liaison to the Municipal Drug Alliance, Committeeman Borelli.
Yes, Mayor. The Municipal Alliance meeting is scheduled for June 22nd, 2026. If you have any questions about the Municipal Drug Alliance, please contact our coordinator, Jennifer Conway, or our co-chairs, Leon Moss and Leona Howard. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Engineers report from Churchill.
Thank you, Mayor. Not much has changed from last month's meeting, as listed in our May 2026 report. The VB Winslow project, Phase 1, they've pretty much finished everything, grading and striping. We'll be preparing a punch list for them for remaining items. The Waterford Wawa, they're working on interior curb and striping there. Completion is scheduled around July and August 2026. Cross Keys Wawa, they're still working on drainage out there. Their completion date is by the end of the year. Not in our engineers report, you probably saw some site clearing on Route 73 next to U-Haul. We had a pre-construction meeting yesterday. That's for Tudor Perini Construction Company. They're a large company. They're building a 3-phase project on the 18-acre site. to include warehousing, office, and some lay-down yard for construction equipment. Construction will start. Construction will start real soon. You want me to start over? No.
Could you just provide the location again for the residents?
It is on Route 73, next to the U-Haul
U-Haul.
project, yeah.
Thank you.
That's it, Mayor.
Oh, okay, thank you. Municipal Utilities Engineer Sidney Artola.
Thank you, Mayor. We just have a couple updates as well. Our GIS department continues to work with the township to keep updating of their GIS system for mapping purposes. And then the Well 7 high service pump upgrades, there was a resolution on the agenda tonight to authorize acceptance of bids and for advertisement. So that project is going to be prepared for advertisement. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. We have a memorandum from Steve Dringas dated May 12, 2026, about the bond anticipation notes.
Yes, Mayor, in accordance with state statute, reporting the results of our most recent bond anticipation note sale. We had a interest rate of 3.5%, which is good on its own, and we received a cash premium along with that, which reduces it to a net interest cost of 3.13%, so that's a very good rate. That's all I have to report.
Okay, thank you. Okay, may I have a motion to open public open public participation?
Move to open to public
Second.
participation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Prior to beginning, please state your name and address for the record. If you are a covered person, under Daniel's law, you are not required to state your address, but please give your information to the municipal clerk, who will keep your information confidential. Michael Krestjemmer.
Hello, Governing Board. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm going to be talking about Toastmasters, of course. This is the second time I'll be talking about it. And about goodwill, and specifically about evaluations. That's the most important aspect of Toastmasters, because we give, honest feedback on leadership and public speaking. And I find, based on a little ill will that was generated from our last meeting, I think we need some goodwill today.
Yes.
So that's why I'm going to present that, and I'll be giving an evaluation of one of the councilmen. I have a perfect choice, because I know he will take it well. Committeeman Kalikas. Today I want to evaluate, not a speech, sorry. This evaluation is addressed directly to you, with respect, with candor, and with genuine belief in your potential as a leader. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not here today to talk about zoning ordinances. I'm not here to discuss tax rates or road repairs. I'm here to talk about a hat. A cowboy hat in New Jersey, specifically South Jersey. Okay, so what does this mean?
Sir, I'm gonna have to stop. We don't allow anybody from the public to make any public, personal, whether it's positive or negative, comments on any member of the governing body or any of the township officials up here. So if you're gonna be discussing anybody's attire, that's out of bounds to the public meeting.
Okay, was not aware of that. Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome.
On that note, what I want to talk about also is primary election day. I work the elections, so I just wanted to mention, it wasn't announced earlier. So June 2nd is when we have the primary elections. I'm sure everybody in this room knows that, but I just wanted to mention that. And plus, early voting starts the week before, which is Tuesday, May 26th. Thank you.
John Hash. Heron.
Thank you, and good evening, Mayor, Council. First of all, Councilwoman Levitt, my thoughts and prayers for your friend losing her sons, and that really is a huge thing this month with, Grief Awareness for mothers, and we all go through this. That being said, I happen to be a witness to another motor vehicle accident on my street this week, Church Road. It looked to be like a 3 or 4 car pileup, looked very serious. Ambulances were out there. I know this is something we talk about on a regular basis, but again, this kind of ties in with grief awareness and all these things that we're trying to protect our community for greater safety for everybody. It should be a very nonpartisan issue. And again, that's the only thing that's troubling to me at this point with the status of everything that's going on in the community, growth and everything. I hope we can reach out to one another and truly be nonpartisan on some of these topics. Safety affects everybody, so that we don't have to be blindly clinging to a plan that is spoon-fed to us from the state or the national level, because it may not apply to our specific community in forms of development, traffic, safety, et cetera. With the traffic that's going on, and I know back in October there was talk about additional signage on Church Road, rather, especially with the school going through its expansion, and that's something I wanted to ask. I don't know if that's Department of Public Works or another department, if there's other studies that are going on or other signage that is expected to be posted, especially with the additional traffic in that area and the considerable amount, percentage-wise, of traffic accidents that we've seen there. Again, I live at an intersection of Sickler Ave there, and there's a lot of traffic down there in the morning. Almost every day there's a near accident. So if we could get additional signage, traffic studies, and I don't know if there's other traffic studies that are also being looked at for Williamstown Road in that intersection area, specifically from Mungans down to Sicklerville Road on Williamstown Road. I know the issue of resurfacing and paving and all that has to go through the county, and hopefully that's something we can address and keep up on, because I know we've heard this for years and years, at least the 10 or 15 years that I've been here, so hopefully we can make some progress on that. Also, in addition, if there's speed studies, if there could be a reduction of speed due to the fact that it is considered a school zone. I don't know what the state or county needs for that, but I think that would be a big help in greater safety there. Again, I just hope that we can all kind of reach out to one another in a positive way with all these things, because again, these are things that affect the whole community. Sometimes you have to step back, humble yourself with your own opinions, look at other people's perspective. That's really what effective governance is all about in my mind. Having been there on a smaller level, I understand it's very challenging, and I do applaud you for your service, your hard work. There's a lot of good things going on in this community. I just hope we can keep that positive momentum going, and I hope to reach out to some or all of you at some point in time and discuss some of these things where we can make the community better. That being said, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Kimberly Wolf.
Good evening. I'm a resident of Ward 3, and I'm not running for any kind of political office. I'm just here as a concerned citizen of Winslow. And I did want to retract and talk about Block 2204, Lot 12. I'd like to know what is going to go on with the wildlife. It's 11 acres. It's been vacant since 1995. That is my backyard. There's a herd of deer. There's turkey vultures. There's foxes, groundhogs, owls, possums. So in the event that land is cleared, where is this wildlife going to go? They can't go on Williamstown Road because it will cause more accidents. They can't escape via Church Road either, since the housing. I'd like to know what the plan is for the wildlife in that area. If there's not a plan, I also reached out to the Sierra Club, and also there may possibly be endangered species on that particular lot. So I think it would be wise to have an environmental impact study done for that particular lot as well. Secondly, May is National Aquifer and Safe Water Drinking Month, in case you're not aware. And I would like to know if the influx of new housing Is the water supply planning part of the development permit process? Yes or no?
We respond after public portion's over, ma'am.
Thank you. I'd like a response at the end of the meeting. And secondly, in regards to conduct and professionalism of public officials, what went on last week is really appalling. Sad, especially certain members who went on a specific Winslow website and made false accusations. Please be aware that your comments, your posts, have been submitted to several agencies in Trenton regarding ethics, abuse of power, and false allegations, especially for someone running for a board. I'm appalled. It's become a mockery. People are starting to laugh. This is not funny. You represent us. I just don't think you're working together for the best interests of the public here in Winslow. It's very sad. And I just wanted also to reiterate, my husband did speak about the accident. It's actually on Sicklerville and Church Road. We were leaving to go to Stella's, to Strawberry Festival on Saturday, and I come out my driveway, I see approximately 4 or 5 cars at that particular intersection where a left turn is not allowed. However, left turns happen there all the time, and I don't understand why this is not being addressed. Perhaps, I did see the fire department there as well. I'd just like to know what is going on. The accidents are getting worse in that area, and I just feel it's a public safety issue at this point. Thank you.
Is there anyone that has not signed up that wishes to address the governing body?
Good evening, Mayor and the governing body. I would just like to thank you
We just
for,
need your name and address for the record, please.
yes, Mamie Brown, 222 Ontario Avenue, West Saco, New Jersey. I'd just like to thank you for the re-signing of Park 1, 2, and the plaque for Damian Covington, and the street renamed after my nephew Orlando Covington. The residents of West Saco felt very proud. They came out that day on a Tuesday at 3 o'clock. It was really a nice day, so we appreciate, and the town and our community also appreciate that also. And I would like to thank you for the letter that you posted about the last meeting, that there will be no racial slurs. It is 2026. And to say something to anybody about eating something chicken is very demeaning. So I thank you, because, you know, there's a lot of good people that live in Winslow, a lot of people that want to work together to make it better. On a positive note, it's not about racial or sending something to Trenton about what somebody said. Let somebody react to or somebody call you out of your name and see how you feel. It's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. It's 2026, and everybody has a right to be treated with respect at all times. Nobody in the audience should yell out any racial slurs to anybody on our governing body. So I thank you personally for sending that out, letting the residents know Winslow is not about racial slur. We're about working together. So we thank you for the work that you're doing. And yes, it is noticeable, the work that you're completing. I see the roads are being worked on. So thank you for listening and hearing when the residents come and complain about certain things. Things are happening. So I just want to thank you, and the residents of West Saco also thank you for the time that you spent with us on last Tuesday renaming the parks. Thank you.
I saw some, okay.
I signed up.
Oh, Herman, go ahead.
I feel neglected.
Can we get order, please? Sir? See? There we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
We talking about.
I'm gonna stop the meeting right now.
She's one of the main ones that
I'm gonna
does it every
stop the
time.
meeting. I think you better take him out of here. No, take him out.
Man.
All right now. What is that about? I don't want you to touch me. No, she touched me. I don't want you to touch me. Can I ask a question? No, come down here. Okay. You can talk to me out of the
On film, thank you.
I need everybody to move, not just certain.
Yeah. Why isn't everybody in the conversation getting involved in this scenario?
Why isn't what?
Why wouldn't everybody in this scenario get removed that's causing an issue here?
She has been called.
All right, the mayor's called for order.
She's continually
The
called.
police are handling the matter.
Order, please. Sir, you want to address the governing body, please?
Yeah, I do. So I've been coming, my name's
Your name,
Chris Williams
please.
from Devonshire Court. I've been coming the last couple of years for various things and have gained an interest. There's a lot of things that are on the agendas that I don't understand how things are worded. I'm not sure everybody else sitting in this audience understands a lot of the things that are posted. So it's okay to ask questions of what's on the agenda, because not only is it being done for each and every one of you, I would hope, but for everybody that's out here in the audience that doesn't understand what's written here. There's some things that don't come up that should be dealt with, and I'm going to go back to the posting on 2 meetings ago about the data centers and how important it is to get something passed so data centers don't come to Winslow. It's going on in other towns. It was stopped in Monroe Township, and now it's being dealt with again in Monroe Township, where another company is coming in and trying to put a data center, even though they passed an ordinance to prevent it. It's coming. 3 meetings ago, when it was brought up and passed, there's supposed to be a second meeting. It hasn't come. We haven't had that second reading. Now, when I brought that up at the last meeting, there was a confrontation that was totally out of control.
So why would you bring it up again, sir?
Let me finish. How Mr. Peoples went after Mr. Glickus.
Sir, we're not I'm not. No,
This is free
sir,
speech.
Sir.
You weren't here.
Sir, it doesn't matter, okay?
All right,
I'm
let
a
me
parliamentarian.
finish. Let me see where I'm going.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Imagine
Not
that,
going to make.
you're going to interrupt me.
No, Mayor, may I be recognized, please?
Yes, go ahead, Mr.
We're not going to, just like when the other gentleman wanted to discuss whether good or bad Mr. Committeeman Glickus' hat, we're not going to allow anybody to point out any personal attacks on any elected
This is not a
officials up
personal
here.
attack. This is.
Sir, I'm just,
Okay, thanks. Thanks for your input.
it's not just an input, it's just a direction to you,
Thanks for your
okay?
input. What that led to was ugly and unacceptable. Now, I still don't have the answer on the data center, right? Still don't know if it's coming. It was brought up 3 meetings ago. There was a confrontation in the back. Then there was a posting on social media that night. Unacceptable. I'm sorry. That's not what happened. That's not what was said. It wasn't. It's not in my opinion. I was here. That's why we post this stuff. That's why we've been asking for a long time to put these meetings on social media. Now, Coincidentally, the audio, you couldn't hear it properly. You couldn't hear it properly. I know what was said. I see people. I do not see color. I worked in Camden almost 30 years. I see how
What does
my
Camden have
parents
to do-
raised me.
Sir, what does Camden have to do with color?
Because I
What does
see-
Camden have to do with color?
Yeah, what does it have to do with?
What does Camden have to do with color? Because I see people as people.
What does Camden have to do with
I
color,
see
sir?
people as, don't shake your head at me, ma'am.
Sir, what does Camden have to do with color? We're not going to get into this, sir. I'm trying to
Now you
point
wanna
out
show
something
my
to you.
body language? Really?
Yeah, free speech, right.
This is called the limited forum doctrine, and we have rules and regulations. There's not going to be any
Okay.
personal
My
attacks.
point's been
There's
made.
not-
I see
So
everybody
why
the
do you keep
same.
going back to it?
Because this is the United States of America, and I can speak.
This is a limited forum document. We have rules and regulations that govern the meeting. Thank you for your comments, sir.
Thank you for the great township leader.
Is there anyone else that wishes to, Herman?
My name is Herman Bethea. I'm a resident of Winslow. I've been here for 30 years, and haven't been to one of these meetings in a long time. And the group that of the VFW suggested I come in and observe, and I'm really surprised, surely. But really, the main thing I come here to ask and address the committee, have the township have any kind of program consists of for the youth during the summer? Now, it's been some time, I guess a good, telling my age, because 20 years ago, I played a part of, we utilized the school system, and we had, most of the schools that we had the youth, and we had a real progressive and positive program that was successful. So my point is, have the township have any plans or thought of about, I know it's kind of late because it gets close and the kids are coming out, but do you have any kind of plans that will involve the kids for the summer? That's my request.
Thank you.
We'll respond to you after public portion's over.
Patrick Oates, Ward 2, good evening. So one thing that Mr. Williams was referring to, my dad worked at Campbell Soup in Camden, and the city of Camden, a lot of it is minority. So I took it from what Mr. Williams was saying, is that you have all nationalities, you have all different people in the city of Camden. I have relatives in Camden, and it's not all black, it's not all white, but it's a lot black folks in there. So I kind of understood what he was saying. He's saying, though, if I took it right, that he was saying, and I can't speak for him, but let me speak for myself, that there is a lot of people of color in Camden, and like me, 35 years in the government, in the military, you work with people from all nationalities, and so that sticks with you. So that's a part of, that's that. So one of the things the young lady talked about, the deer. I put something on social media, and I like to hear the governing body. I've been asking these questions, and I haven't gotten answers, or it's been glossed over. We know there are 3 programs that the township could use: the Green Acres Program, the New Jersey Farmland Preservation, and the Camden County Open Space. So I'm asking you guys to incorporate some of that stuff for the open space. That would be helpful. So that's number 1. Number 2, I've heard it from the governing body and some people in the audience that social media is a joke, or that's just social media. We have 48,000 people in this township. There's 19,000 members on Winslow Talk. That's 47%. Do the numbers, do the math. That's almost half of people voicing their opinions. And I know folks on the governing body look at Winslow Talk. You may not respond. And I encourage the folks that are not on Winslow Talk to get on social media, because that's another avenue that people can, that you can respond to. Don't be scared of social media. Just don't look back and say anything. have the courage to answer back, whether you get lit up or not, and that's real talk. I do it. Sometimes you have to have a thick skin. So that means conversations are happening online, reaching nearly half of the community. Now, social media should never replace face-to-face conversations or public meetings or direct engagement, but it absolutely reflects the concerns and frustrations and ideas or voices of residents. Whether someone speaks at this microphone, sends an email, knocks on a door, or posts online, people simply want to be heard. And I think that's the theme of the last 6, 7 months. Modern leadership means listening everywhere and community is speaking. And the last point I want to make, I was in Florida, so I missed the end. I missed what happened, but I was filled in. It's like I can't take a day off. So I was looking to hear from the governing body to talk about the elephant in the room. So I haven't heard a response. Maybe it's after the comments closed, but I would think that this would have been addressed from the beginning to temper flares. So no matter what side of the issue we may stand on, no matter our backgrounds, race, neighborhood, political affiliation, at the end of the day, we are one community. That's what we are, it's one. And I think sometimes we forget that. I've seen tension, I've heard frustration, but I also know this township is filled with good people, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, young and old. People who simply want safe neighborhoods, good schools, better roads, transparency, and the future their families can be proud of. This is what unites us. I want to thank the residents who continue to show up, speak up, and stay engaged respectfully. Even during difficult moments, that takes maturity, that takes courage, and that's how communities grow stronger. We do not have to agree on every issue, but we have to respect one another. Leadership is about keeping people, not about keeping people divided. Leadership is about bringing people together to solve problems. And moving forward, I hope we can choose understanding over anger, conversation over conflict, and unity over division. Because when Winslow stands together, everybody wins. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that wishes to address the governing body?
Good evening, everyone. Abina McClendon, Ward 3 resident. Mr. Oates summed it up just for me, what he said about we are one community, we are one body. I came here tonight because I wanted to share what the Village of Camden County did this past weekend. This was our senior prom for our young people. One thing about us, we cherish our young people, our seniors, our middle age. We look for the need and we fill it. There were a lot of young people in our high school who parents could not afford to do anything for the prom. If you've had seniors in here, if you had students that graduated, you know that senior year is a busy year and it's an expensive year. We are in our 3rd year of doing prom sponsors for our young people. We work closely with the Board of Education. Thank you to the school board for working with us on that because this has been the 3rd year and it's always been successful. Thank you for the residents for being a part of it this year. But what we do is we look for young people who parents are struggling because the economy is very rough right now. Gas prices is going up and there's a lot of things that are being more expensive, but our pockets aren't being filled by paychecks any higher. So what we do is we look at these young people and we provide the whole prom experience. So this weekend on Friday was prom night. We provided the dresses for the young ladies, the suits for the young men, the hair, the nails done, the haircuts, and we also did a prom send-off. I say that because when we talk about being united and being one Winslow, we have to show up and show up where the need is. And that's one thing I can say about the Village of Camden County. We work together to make sure whatever the need is in our community, we fill it. We sponsored 7 young people, and don't Don't forget, we pay for the tickets too, so the parents don't have to do anything but show up and bring their kids and their family out. So we use the Chislehurst Community Center to sponsor it. What we did this year, we went beyond what we normally do. We opened it up to the public for any of Winslow students who wanted to come and take pictures that may not have had the opportunity to take pictures anywhere. So what I want to say is that we are Winslow. We should be proud of where we live, who we are. But again, we need to work together on all issues, whether it's good or bad, and find a common ground. We start with doing the work together. And doing the work meaning rolling up your sleeves, getting out there, and crossing the line on both sides, no matter what side, black, white, Hispanic, it does not matter. If we want to continue to have great things happen into Winslow, we have to continue to pour into it. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Is there anyone who wishes to address the governing body before I close? Okay.
Hi, my name is Erica Robb. I am at 23 Covington Drive, Chickasaw, New Jersey, Ward 4. I just want to say thank you to the mayor and for the committee and the police department for working on the school for traffic thing, because I live in Avondale West, and it's like super frustrating for me when I have to come home sometimes and all the cars are lined up down to the end of Cali Road by the convenience store. So thank you guys for working on that. Thank you very much.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'd just like to make a comment here.
Sir, your name and address for the record, please.
Kyle Carter, 101 Lakeside Court, Atco, New Jersey.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to acknowledge that emotions seem to be running high. Tensions are being felt deeply by many people right now. Regardless of our backgrounds or perspective, every person deserves to be treated with dignity, respect, fairness. This is a moment to listen carefully, speak thoughtfully, and avoid allowing anger or division to define how we treat one another. Progress comes through understanding, accountability, and unity, not hatred or hostility. We are strongest when we choose calm. That being said, we also have compassion and mutual respect, even during difficult conversations. You guys have a very hard job up there. And it's easy for people to sit out here and say what you should do. But you guys got some very important decisions to make. And keep doing the job that you're doing, and hopefully everybody will come together and we'll get beyond this, because we got to move on. All right, have a good day. Thank you.
Is there anyone that wishes to speak to the governing body? With that being said, can I get a motion to close public participation?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Before I ask for the closing prayer, does anyone up here on the,
Mayor, just if I could.
oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm moving too fast. I got to.
One item, if I could address the ordinance to prohibit data centers will be on for adoption. Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong, at the next meeting, our last meeting in May?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
And please let them know that it doesn't happen week after week after week. It has to be a time span in between when
Yes,
it's
there was a
introduced.
process, it was introduced, it went to the planning board, and now it had, in order for it to be legal and unchallengeable, it has to go through a process, and this process will end up with the vote on adoption at the next meeting.
Question on that, for verification.
I'm just addressing the public portion thing.
It's about the
Yeah.
it's about the legal aspect of what you said.
I don't know if the mayor's recognizing comments
No,
to the public
let us
comment?
finish answering the public, and then you can have your comments. Mr. Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
A traffic study is being done on Church Road right now.
That wasn't me.
Okay, and that's been going on for the past couple of weeks.
That's complete at this time. What we did on Church
Yeah.
Road is, we did the study, we passed the ordinance, and it's for the reduction of the speed limit at a school crossing, and we're implementing a new school crossing at that roadway as well. So that's already been accomplished. as well as you mentioned Mongans. Minor repairs are being done, it'll be, continue to be done, but also the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission, along with the Camden County Board of Freeholders, they also approved that they did a preliminary grant study, and they had a public meeting already. It was online. And they'll have other meetings. It'll take time to actually complete that intersection completely, but in the meantime, they assured us they would tweak it along the way. They still need to do a couple more things out there. Those little lines there, that doesn't help the situation completely at this point. If you want me to continue to answer the remaining questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we also talked, and yeah, in reference to the ordinance, Mr. Platt, yeah, it is on the next planning board agenda, which is next Thursday, and then it comes back to us for adoption. As for any kind of development, we certainly, we're not going to go in there and clear and watch all the animals run across the street. They will certainly take a look and reach out to anyone they can to make sure everything is done through the process and to make sure that any kind of rules and regulations and studies and things like that, if there were any endangered species on there, they would certainly be identified and have to be dealt with in accordance with all the DEP regulations and things like that. As for the water study ahead of time, yeah, we have a master permit, and we do evaluations on every project that comes in, and we have a complete, and it gets approved by the DEP, or master water permit. We have our well withdrawals, and we evaluate them through our utility engineer to determine how much water each project needs, and we look at how much water we have for the future as well. So we're very well aware of how much water we're using and how much we can allocate with each project. Each project has to come in with a will serve. They have to be approved to have that water prior to any kind of allocation for that as well. I know Mr. Bethea, and you talked about the youth. I know we have a lot of programs. The school has a big program for the youth during the summer, and we also have our junior police academy, and we work as much as we can to make sure that we can help the youth in any way. We work with the county. They have their program for any kind of workforce that they try to get them hired and things like that during the summer, and then we look for that as well. I think anything that I missed on that? I think
Green
that was it.
Acres, open space.
Oh, yeah, and open space, yeah. We have a lot of open space, and I know, we go through the process. We just, the open space we just put up on Route 73, our Green Acres program, that we have several, thousands of acres that we've put in open space throughout the years, and we will continue to do that. We keep track of everything that we have, it's on our Rossi report, all of our open space recreation areas. A playground is an open space thing. That it depends on what type of open space it is. It could be active recreation, passive recreation. There's all types of classifications on open space, and we keep track of. If you ever want to see it, we can certainly tell you how much open space we have and how many acres we have and continue to have. And I know the mayor is on the Open Space Board, and she's always advocating for that as well. Thank you.
Okay. And Ms. McClendon, in reference to the Village of Camden County, that's a great job your organization is doing. But be mindful that there are other organizations that do support the youth, but they don't advertise it. I'm a member of a group that has supported the kids at the high school for at least 10 years with their events after graduation. And this year, this governing body passed a motion. We paid $7,000 to Project Graduation, which is the event that's held safely for the students after graduation. So there are other groups in this township that are helping the students. And again, thank you for what your organization has done. Okay, does anyone up here have any other comments they wish to make?
Yes, Mayor.
I do.
Evelyn, Committeewoman Leverett.
Thank you. On Tuesday, April 28th, during the general meeting, we witnessed a stunning display of intolerance and racist rhetoric directed at the deputy mayor. This occurred in a township where a long-standing motto has been, hate has no home here. Well, hate has reared its ugly head in a most shocking way. Audience members were stunned. Our police officers, I have to commend them because they quickly removed the individual to avoid what could have resulted in a real brawl. Intolerance and hatred is alive and well and walks and talks among us. Make no mistake, intolerance and hatred are learned behaviors. They are learned behaviors that are taught at the knee. They get taught in whispered and overheard conversations at the dinner table and private conversations. Please understand, in your midst, everyone is to be respected, and their comments are to be tolerated. This type of behavior is not acceptable and will not be tolerated and must be decried. Your silence denotes complicity, acceptance, and agreement. That's all I have to say on the matter. I hope this never happens in this courtroom ever again. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else have any comments?
I do. I would like to say something, Mayor. So there have been a lot of you that have come up here and said that we are not, or insinuating that we don't care about public safety because of the buildings that are happening and the different developments that are going up in our community. And none of us up here want to see anybody get killed in a car accident, any type of, not going by safety. And I just wanted to make you aware of some factors that contribute to accidents other than building new homes. One is distracted driving. It's cited as one of the leading causes in Winslow Township. And when I say distracted driving, there's texting, there's eating while driving, and I know these developments weren't here before, and texting wasn't here when you moved here either. Cell phones weren't here when you moved here either. So that is one of the leading causes of accidents and safety in our community. Speeding is another factor, and we are working on changing the speeds. We did do some talking about changing some speed limits in the town, and I'm sure we'll continue. Reckless driving is another one that we don't have control over up here on this governing body. Drunk and impaired driving, we don't have control of that either. And hazardous road conditions such as poor weather conditions, rain and ice. So there are other factors that you have to consider when you, I believe Tina came and had this whole stack of accidents. Well, you have to do more research and find out that the causes of these accidents is not just overpopulation. Thank you, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they wish to say?
Yes, Mayor. Quick question for the solicitor, if you may. Just for clarification, an ordinance is a local law. Is that a fair description of that?
You're asking me if an ordinance is, you know the answer to that
I
question.
just want to verify for residents.
Everybody knows the answer to that question.
Not everybody, because people have asked me that question a lot. So a local ordinance is a local law. When we introduce an ordinance, what is the legal time frame before a second and final reading can occur, legally speaking?
So the outermost limit, it has to be done in the same, can everybody hear me? It has to be done in the same legislative session. Each year, for every governing body, is a different legislative session. So you could introduce an ordinance in year one and adopt it in year two. So that's the outermost.
Thank you.
The shortest period of time when it comes to a land use ordinance, there has to be, number one, 10 days between introduction and adoption. However, the planning board has 35 days within which to evaluate the ordinance. So the reality is that it's really 35 plus 10, so 45 days.
So legally, the fastest a introduction and a second reading can occur is 45 days?
Unless you start having special meetings, but generally speaking, it has to be referred to the planning board, because they have to review it and determine whether or not it's consistent with our municipal master plan, and then it comes up for adoption. There's noticing requirements as well. Has to be at least 10 days' notice for the adoption.
So for an introduction, if a special meeting were to occur for a planning board, would that special meeting have to ensue 10 days after the introduction, or could it ensue 24 hours after the introduction?
You need a 48-hour notice for a special meeting.
So the fastest time frame, a special meeting can ensue 48 hours post-introduction for the planning board to review something that would be possibly a second and final reading of the ordinance.
I don't understand your question.
So an introduction of an ordinance happens today. A special meeting of the planning board, let's say were to ensue 48 hours, 72 hours?
You have to have 48 hours notice for a special meeting.
So what's the exact quickest time frame, legally speaking, a special meeting can ensue on an introduction of an ordinance? So is it 40 hours, 48 hours it has to be posted publicly, and then a meeting can be had 24 hours later, or just 48 hours public notice?
48 hours public notice.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Okay, does anyone else have any comments?
Yes, I do, Mayor. Regarding data centers, it's just a quick informational update. I believe it was March 25th, this governing body received a model ordinance that has been used for other data center ordinances. Upon review, again, of our ordinances and other ordinances from other municipalities in the area, the definition, which I found was interesting, in this model ordinance that all members of the governing body received via email from an organization March 25th, there was an additional sentence, so to say, that was included in the definition, very specific. Typical accessory components of a data center may include transformers, electrical substations, environmental controls, fire suppression, generators, redundant power supplies, and security facilities. I strongly encourage this governing body to look at that aspect of the definition and look to integrate that into our data center ordinance. On the next topic, open space. As many members of this governing body and residents are residing thereof, whether you just moved here or you've been here for generations, decades, we're a very large, diverse community. We have 58 square miles, roughly, of ground. Years ago, we had one comprehensive master plan. I think it was 2007 or 2016. I have to look at my notes. At one point, we separated our master plan into a Pinelands and a non-Pinelands master plan. The master plan governs our zoning, how things are set. Is something set agricultural? Is something set high density, low density, medium density? When we review these master plans, we review them independently of each other. A non-Pinelands master plan for informational purposes, we have a planner, we review it, planning board, township committee, et cetera, we're involved in that decision-making. The non-Pineland section of Winslow Township is generally about 20% of Winslow zoning, give or take. We have a Pineland section of Winslow Township, which comprises roughly 80% of our zoning. That master plan, we bring in a planner, planning board, governing body, et cetera, involved. That master plan has to be sent to the Pinelands Commission for review and sent back to us. That process is a more timelier process. We have heard in a prior meeting, this governing body, the Township of Winslow, we reserve the right to review the master plan at any point we see fit. Typically, every 10 years is an average number. If we would like to review it every 5 years, or maybe review it in a short time frame because certain things are occurring, we have that legal right to do so. I strongly encourage we work on the Pinelands master plan, as that comprises 80% of Winslow Township. That's a lot of zoning. And we talk about open space. There's where a lot of your open space is, and there's still some open space in the non-Pineland section of Winslow Township. But those master plans are crucial, and we have to review them and review the densities and make sure we're doing our due diligence and our responsibility to the community to really encourage open space. Look at different avenues through different grants, but also make sure we're not solely trying to encourage high-density residential development. If our master plan is geared towards high-density residential development, 3-story apartment complexes, townhomes in high-density sections in small areas, that's going to impact the traffic volume in that immediate area. And we see that happening in Winslow Township. We see that everywhere you go. I believe it was this past Saturday, I was on Sicklerville Road, near Church Road, Cross Keys, and I was stuck in Cross Keys because there's another accident, Sicklerville Road, Cross Keys, multiple vehicles. There was another accident the same day, Church Road, Sicklerville Road area. The accidents are piling up. A traffic study can provide information, but it can't necessarily fix our problems. And our current issues at hand are we are developing high-density residential units at such an astronomical pace, our services and infrastructure cannot catch up. We need to work on our pilings and non-pilings, and I know we're looking at the non-pilings master plan, but we really have to look at these master plans and do this in an expedited way so we can adopt better zoning ordinances to slow the overdevelopment that's happening in Windsor Township. I've personally spoken to residents from all 4 wards, from rural communities, from apartment complexes to town unit facilities. It's the same concern. We are developing too fast residential properties, and it will have an impact, and it has had an impact on traffic patterns, infrastructure, and public safety. So I strongly encourage we really look at the Pinelands Master Plan immediately and make sure we fast track that, because that will be the most timely aspect of our master plan, because it's 80% of our town, and it has to go to the Pinelands. If we want open space, and we want to preserve the landscape of Windsor Township, we have to do that, and we have to do it in a timely manner. The key word, timely manner. So I want to end on this note. We need to, in my opinion, talking to residents, talking to business owners, we should prioritize open space over high-density residential construction. That's what the residents want. That can help ease some of the issues that are happening with their infrastructure and public safety. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glickers. I'm going to say this, and I'm not asking for a response from anybody. I hope when you were having those conversations, you told the farmers don't sell. And with that being said, I was sitting here as the mayor on April the 28th when those disparaging remarks were made. And I reflected back on meetings where I sat where Mayor Barry Wright was the mayor, and how calm, respectful the meetings were. You had differences, but they came over a whole different way. They didn't come across the way they're coming now. I sit up here and I listen to your comments. I look you dead in the face because I try to read into what you're not saying. We had a lady come up here a couple of weeks ago talk about we were turning Winslow into Camden and Atlantic City. Dog whistle. Same person looked me in my eye and said to me, your legacy, and and she stopped short of saying, if you live long enough. We had a little code words about low-income housing. Low-income housing is for everyone, but some people think it's for certain people. You know, that's got to stop. Barry had a billboard up on Williamstown Road. Hate has no home in Winslow. And you know what I say? That billboard needs to say, hate words have no home in Winslow. We've got to do better. It's all right to disagree, but some of the venom that comes up here, and see, you see the backs, we see the faces. I don't know what the rest of these members up here see, but I know what I see. And I come from a different generation than some of them. And I can see through what's being said and what's not being said. And it's not good, and we're better than that. We're better than that as Winslow. We are. You know, you can slap me in the face, and you can say you're sorry, but guess what? My face is still stinging. Ms. Doherty, can we have a closing prayer, please? Yes, ma'am.
At the close of this meeting, we pause once again, O God, to give thanks for living in a nation where people have the privilege to govern their own affairs. May decisions made this evening be ones that make our township a better place in which to live. Amen.
Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion to adjourn.
Can I have a second? Second. All in favor? Thank you.